Okay, everybody. My name is Suede. Oh. My name is Suede, and welcome to our stream today. We are starting a 24-hour marathon of absolute carnage in football. Oh, wait, no, it's Sunday. I guess we're playing Civ then. That's good enough. We're playing some Civ 3 today, or we're watching some new players play some Civ 3. So this is a game of Modern, and we're doing Spectator Mode. Now, Spectator Mode was something that it phased out for a while, mostly because the guy who made it forgot to pay maintenance on the site. We are very thankful for him for getting the site up and working. That enables the hack. So this is a hack that lets me see the entire map, and I can effectively serve as the caster. So we're watching a sport right now, and it is a 3v3 game of Modern Civ 3. So the exciting thing is that we are playing some QC ball, or sorry, some Civ 3 ball today. So it's like fantasy football, except you guys are betting on Civ 3 players instead of on football players or baseball players or whatever fantasy sport you guys are used to playing. So I will show you the rules right now. So you guys have to pick 2 players. So if you would like to participate, remember participating, like, you just have to watch the stream. You don't even have to watch the whole stream. Just watch the stream, part of the stream. And you just need to pick 2 players, and I will keep tally of the points that you are earning, and I'll declare a winner at the end, and the winner will win some sort of prize that is yet to be determined. So, okay, Sam Thomas, if you think Kismic will do well, then why don't you pick Kismic and 1 other player. So I'll assign the handicaps. I think we'll say Kismic, Jury. Yeah, I think Kismic and Jury are top. Then we'll say Reed Bob. Yeah, we'll say Reed Bob, Servator. Boogie. I'm not sure about Boogie, man. I don't think he's played much Modern. And we'll say Ragnar. Boogie at least plays Future, though. I don't think Ragnar plays Future. Can you pick the same player twice? I'd prefer you didn't, but if like we were running out of unique picks, then I'd allow it. I do think it would make you, since there's only applies for the top place, I think that'd make you most likely to win, Lucian, because it would max out your score, or it'd have the possibility to max out your score. You can pick me, but I'm not really likely to do anything. So here's the list of all the things that you can score points for: building cities, capturing cities, killing people, being on the winning team, which I will not. I'm not on either team. Building small wonder, building super units, planting res cities, building cities near the enemy capital. Yeah, so I'm not going to be getting much points, and I'd probably get a massive handicap against me if I was playing, so... Yeah, so you need to pick 2 people, Tony. So Servator, yeah, I'll get my notepads out. Thanks for explaining. Because I don't have, I'm running the Fantasy Civ 3 ball. I don't have time to explain stuff and answer questions to the people actually in the game. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so you guys are just in luck because there are 2 pens in my entire apartment, and I did manage to find one of them. So, let's skip to the back here, I guess. And okay, so this is Civ 3 ball. And who, okay, so Lucian says Reed, Bob, and Jury. Oh, I don't want to disorder here. No, I shouldn't disorder. This pen is almost out of ink. We'll see how far it takes us. Okay, Tony says Servator and Ragnar. Okay, so Tony... Serve and Rag. Yeah, this pen is not going to last me long. Yeah, this pen's garbage. Okay, I'll find a better one. The other one was on the floor. Okay, we're in business. Majid says Boogeyman and Ragnar. Majid. Boogie. And Ragnar. Eid Mubarak to you too. So add Mega Ched points. Change government to anarchy. I mean, everybody changes government to anarchy, right? I think we add a -1 or maybe a +1 to compensate if they forget to change to anarchy. Okay, so yeah, don't base this on the land that they have, please. So Sam says Kismic and Jury. And Jury. Has anyone not planted? Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, God. Stop the spoilers game. So imagine I would type on Notepad, but I'd rather be watching. So I want to be able to take notes while you guys can. I don't want to have to alt tab. Hey, Aaron. Oh, so do you want to play some Civ 3 ball? So just pick 2 players in the game. The list of players is up here. So this is, you can call him Kismic or you can call him Kiyami. Whichever is your preference. It's interchangeable. Yeah, so we have 4 people's preferences taken down. As a reminder, the winner, the person who picks the 2 highest scoring players combined, will... Oh, so Jury and Rebob are on... Yeah, this is probably good. I didn't realize how close together these spawns were. Probably, yeah, they can actually artillery... he can, from within his border expand, he can actually artillery shell Cairo. Okay, so Rookie says Boogie and Servator. Okay, we'll go Order. Order has the best spies in this mod, and we're going to use espionage to look at them. Hey, Statues. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, you just missed it. But yeah, so this is Civ 3. Do you want to take some bets, Statues? Just pick 2 players who you think are going to do well in the game, and yeah. You can call them by the number next to their name. That could get confusing. I don't mind just saying their whole name. Yeah, Rookie, it's because I got the special spectators center. Okay, so we got 5 people have taken bets so far. Let's try to get like 2 or 3 more people maybe. You can pick whoever you want, Majid. Everybody's been claimed, but oh, sorry, you just can't have the same combination as somebody else, I guess. So only one person is taking Kismic. So if you take Kismic and then anyone but Jury, that's fine. Oh no, sorry, Skipper, I didn't see your bet. What was that? Yeah, if I didn't catch anyone's bet that they made. Oh, you said Servator and Jury. Okay, Serve and Jury has not been taken. Great. And I'll see if there's anyone up here. Oops, I should be ending my turns. So what government is Ragnar? We can do control. So we can actually look. We have no contact with anybody. Oh, we actually do now. So yeah, hitting Control Shift D will give you contact with anybody who's within your vision. So that's a good trick sometimes if you're about to lose your explorer and you need to quickly contact your ally. Nice. Okay. Good coaching, Jury. This is important. Sorry, Sishnovka, I actually missed that. You said Serv and Ragnar. Oh, but Tony also said Serv and Ragnar. Sijnovka, can I put you down for anyone? Oh, hey, Hoffman. Hoffman, you're in a game. I'm not going to put you down because you're... Did you die? If you died, I'll give it... Oh, wow. Or you're reloading? No, you're still in the game. You're not watching the stream. Sorry. Oh, sorry, Sam. You're are you Gangnam Style from the ladder? Sijnovka, yeah, Servator. Yeah, you did. Sorry, you did say it first, I guess. But can I put you down for something else? Sorry, Skipper or Sijnovka? You're just asking me to roast you, aren't you, Hoffman? Come on. I know you're really god tier at Modern, but you're not so god tier that you can play 2 games at once and win both. God, can you imagine if we just put money on? This is not financially solvent for me as a streamer. But... Oh, nice. Okay, hi Gangnam. So yeah, Skipper or Sijnovka. Oh, so serve and read Bob then. Okay, thank you for being accommodating, Sijnovka. Sijnovka says serve and read Bob. Okay, so serve and read. So absolute last call if you want to get your picks in. So anyone can do it if you want to play, as long as you're going to be watching at least some of the stream. You don't have to watch the whole thing. So yeah, it's Rookie. It's like QC Arena, but it's Modern Arena. Yeah, so last chance. Just pick 2 people, and you might win a prize. So. Okay. Going once. Going twice. And we are... Okay, we're locked in. So the 7 people are Lucian with Reed, Bob, and Jury, Tony with Serve and Ragnar, Majed, Boogie and Ragnar, Sam, Kismic and Jury, Rookie with Boogie and Servator, Skipper with Serve and Jury, Sijnovka with Serve and Reed, Bob. Oh, thank you, Zdatis. Oh, maybe we could cash... It would just be so inefficient to do the cash prize distribute. Like, I mean, if you guys are donating, we could consider something that costs me money. I don't know how I'd wire you money though. Okay, so let's take a look at what governments people have chosen. So we got Reed Bob right here. It looks like Reed Bob is playing the ultimate meme government, which is equality. So of course he has airports in all his cities naturally. Over here, bottom center on his team, we have Reed Bob. Reed Bob's playing as America. And he's got freedom government. I think this is a good freedom positioning. And also on his team is Ragnar, I believe, right? 236, yeah. So, Australia. So, Australia, America, Egypt. What should we say? Team international trade? Because the international trade runs through the Suez Canal. Or it does nowadays, I guess. So, team international trade versus Boogeyman as the Arabs. Ragnar as the Europeans. And, what the... Oh, sorry, Ragnar's over here. Okay, so these 3 are together. So not Australia. So Europe, America, Egypt versus Arabia, Australia, Nigeria. Huh. I don't even know how to divide these ones. Team Fancy Color versus Team Primary... Oh, that's not Primary Color. We'll figure out some team names in a bit. Oh, thank you, cows are perfect. Oh, that's, you are Bailey from, or you used to be called Bailey, I think. And you haven't, I know what your Discord avatar just looks like a guy. Kind of, it's like, there's like an orange tint to it. Where are you? I have no clue why this was... Oh. Okay. I'm sure you're there somewhere. Yeah, sorry, just getting... Because people use different names in the Discord and the YouTube and in Steam games, I get confused sometimes. So when people are regular commenters, I like to know who they are. So... Yeah, Ragnar, he's got very good positioning, but he's actually one off the coast. Let's see what government he went with. So Europe is tradition. So their team is freedom, tradition, equality. Okay, a good mix. And the other team is, looks like Servator is going equality. Australia is going freedom, and Saudi Arabia is going tradition. Okay, also a good mix. It's actually the same mix. Nobody playing order. That's interesting. Reed Bob's actually off to a rocketing start with the floodplain land. He's already at size 5, which I like. And they do have contact with each other. Boogie's playing this quite well. He went, okay, he got another worker out. Yeah, and the deer just gives so much food. Like, it only spawns on jungle in Modern, but it gives a ton of freaking food. Now, relatively Kismic, or Kiamiya, or whatever you want to call him, is quite isolated here. But he is freedom, and freedom is like a good backline carry government. I like how he's saving this hut, trying to pop a settler, which you can't do until everybody's planted 2 cities. Suez Canal is a wonder to... Yeah, seriously, Lucen. Like, my real name is... My first name is Susan. My second name is Civilli. It might look like it's Civ 3, but it's actually Civilia. People always pronounce it wrong for some reason. They call me Swade. Or they call me Svade or Swed. I get called a lot of different things. And people also transliterate my name very differently. Susan might have been the better pick. I don't mind when people call me Susan. There's no disease in any of the multiplayer mods, Sishnovka. So there's no drawback to having floodplains. It's just pure bonus. Oh, the one downside is you actually don't get shields when you're in wartime, because you only get the bonus shield on tiles that already have at least 1 shield. So we're not really seeing anyone make any plays yet. So let's keep note of coastal cities. I kind of don't like how he planted 1 off the coast here, 2 away. I think he would have been better served by a city. I mean, even here would be it's 4 away, which isn't fantastic. Like, I don't like planting 4 away, but this would be a fantastic city, especially when it gets the border expand. This on the bonus grassland right here would be fine too. Yeah, but he has 1 coastal city. But it looks like we're in the... Okay, interesting. So Reed Bob's going straight for Galleon. I really like that play. So if you're on an island, if you're playing an archipelago map or anything similar, I would strongly recommend you just get your Galleon out as soon as possible and start exploring. Because that's just such valuable information for your team. And you can pick up huts with your explorer. You can pop some towers in, maybe take some unguarded cities. There's a lot of good things you can do. Civilli is just the Roman numeral for 107. I think my birthday is actually the 107th day. Oh, I shouldn't tell you that. Swade Susan is a... Son. Don't do this to me, son. Yeah, there's no disease in Mars. Or there's never disease in Tundra. There's no disease in jungle either. Yeah, this is just... He's rocketing to that early Galleon. I like it a lot. Don't really quite like where he landed this Explorer, but not his fault, obviously. Yeah, so Ragnar's second city is coastal. Servator has 0 coastals, 1 coastal, no coastals. So there's like a mix of coastals. I think the only person who's boatable right now is Boogeyman right here. Boogeyman will see this with the Explorer. This is very good positioning on the Explorer. You don't just leave these in your capital. Leave them somewhere where the information you might gather is going to be useful. So normally to guard against boating. So in Modern, does city capturing work like QC? Aaron, absolutely not. No. So in Modern is played with Regicide. And so if you lose your king, you die. Otherwise, you can lose as many cities as you want. And in fact, the game of Fantasy QC Ball we're playing right now is kind of balanced around that. So you obviously build a lot of cities because there's no risk, but you don't get that many points for capture unless it's a city, capital, or a metro. Just because... yeah, people build a lot of cities in this government, and it's normal to lose them. Yeah, and there's no disease from floodplains or jungle or marsh. So, Boogeyman now sees this, because you can see 2 tiles over the water. So hopefully, I mean, we can start going for espionage right now. Yeah, get some spies out. I didn't give you any... Did you take... Sorry, Datus, it's... the window's closed on picks, unless... Sorry... If you made a pick and further up in chat and I missed it, then I can give you it. But I didn't put you down for anything, sorry. So it says Egyptian paratroopers. So in Modern, your settlers can actually airdrop from airplanes and airbases. So yeah, that's just him. Oh, nice, planting right on the uranium. I like that play. Actually, this is probably a fantastic city. And he doesn't really urgently need the uranium. Like, zinc plus Ura gives tanks. So tanks are here on the tech tree, but this is pretty far up in the tech tree. So I don't think he's likely to get that anytime soon. So yeah, here, this is some weird shit, because this is a custom generated map that I generated myself. You get some weird shit, like this is technically on the river, so river city, uranium, wheat, horses. Is he really just coin flipping this? He must have a militia coming out, right? Oh my god, dude. At least build a radar tower. Maybe he has artillery? If he's baiting with artillery, that's fucking genius. I mean, just at least I'd concede the city, honestly. Huh, oh, that was very good luck. But this city's pretty good too. Like, it's technically on the river. Reed Bob's just so baffled by this play. Yeah, so let's see if this is a bait. No, that is 100% not a bait. He is just throwing, and so if there's an artillery, then the partisan will die to defensive bombard. Because defensive bombard is very strong in multiplayer. Or did he landed this last time, right? Last turn, right? He didn't just land that or anything. Takes the worker. Yep. 100%. And he drafts next turn. The mind games. The sheer balls of steel on this man right here. Oh, now he has artillery. Okay. Yeah, so the artillery would show over the king, actually. So 100%, like, if you knew... I actually forgot that interaction. But if you understood the interaction correctly, then... He could have just... He knew... I mean, it's a bit coin flippy. He probably has, like, 60% chance to win against the king. If the king's fortified. So king gets 35%, yeah. And 2 health. Yeah, I'd say maybe about 58% or something. There's a decent chance he loses, but yeah, he didn't go for it, I guess. Maybe he's scared of the artillery. That's the one reason it might work. Still, he gets a worker. This was great value on the move. Okay, yeah, we're seeing Ragnar going for a settler here. I don't like this. You should generally have your cities eroded before you build to them. Like, just delay the settler and just build another, Yeah, whoever picked Reed Bob would be through the roof in points if that happened. Boogeyman knows how to draft, though, so he can defend himself. He could have also joined Worker and drafted. It's not super... He probably doesn't have the tech, because you need explosives to build bombers, so it's... I mean, he could do a lot of good work with... Oh, did he just get baited? Oh, fuck. This guy's like Michael Jackson right here, moonwalking all over the Arabs. So he fired the shot, and then while the shot was like, because it takes like probably about 2 seconds for things to register in multiplayer, he moved out of the way and he dodged the shot. It's difficult to do intentionally, but it is possible. So, and it happens a lot unintentionally. At this point, you can just draft and kill this thing. So there's only 4 defense on partisans, unlike in future where it's the even defense and attack. Yeah, it's like Neo in the Oasis or in the Matrix dodging bullets, except the bullets are like coated in molasses, and so they move at a very slow speed. Okay, so let's take note of the scores so far. So right now, I think the only scores are the handicaps. So we get anyone who picked... Oh, hold the fucking phone. Sorry, it should be this. So, Reed and Jury for Lucian. So, +2. Ah, landing across the bay onto the zinc. Great play here from Kismic. Okay, yeah, fires the artillery first and then attacks the tau. That's the safe way to play it. It costs him a tile move, though. But it pretty much guarantees that he wins the combat. So I'll take note by... so Reed, Bob... And then Jury. Serve. Ragnar. Boogie. And Kismic. Okay. I like how he's continuing to scout up here. It's good to get, like, if he can land this here, get more information about his enemies, that'd be a good play. Yeah. So the backline carry potential of these two civs will be very strong, but also, yeah, this is pretty even. So, like, I'm not seeing any clear favorites. 8-Nation Alliance. Should pitch that on Civ Fanatics. Yeah, I've always felt that they're like a bunch of underutilized, like, eras of history that would make for really good scenarios or for games, like Total War games. But because they're not as popular historically, they don't get made. So a lot of the games that do get, like, Napoleon games just aren't that much fun because it's just Napoleon stomping on everybody. There are more balanced eras from history that are less talked about, like... So there was the Bronze Age collapse, and then the Assyrians took over, and then there was like a period where there was like kind of like 4 or 5 big powers. There was like the Medians, Egypt, Neo-Babylon, and then some Turkish kingdom, Lydia or something like that. And then the Persians took over. But during that period, it was actually like, it seems like a good period for a Total War game, but it hasn't been done. He can get... I don't even think he knows the oil is here. And maybe Kia can... Or, sorry, Servator can hook him some oil, but... Yeah. Sorry, once I get all these points down, we'll talk about what their options are in terms of the res they have. So yeah, if you're looking to play Modern or get better at Modern, this is like very good practice. Like thinking, just like looking at these situations from an outsider's perspective, and think like, what would I do in that situation if that was me? So I'm kind of curious. Let's see what he's doing in Washington. I think he plays Freedom, so he knows to go. Yeah, you rush Stock Exchange. He's actually going Factory next. I like the Stock Exchange rush. I'm not a fan of the Factory rush so much. I'll tell you why in a bit. But first, so Read Bob is +2. Servitor, oh yeah, I'll just use the tally marks, I guess. 1, 2. Jury is 0. Servitor is 1, 2. This is just based on the player skill. Ragnar is 4. Boogie 2. And Kismic is 0. Okay. Yeah, so the reason is that he's got no coastal cities and he hasn't got no secondary settler. Okay, he's got a settler out now. That's good. He needs a coastal city ASAP. I guess he can kind of like bank on the fact that his teammate will kind of handle the naval stuff for him. But getting the first boat out is just so great for that, because the enemy like knows that you've seen them and that you're watching them, and they're scared of like being like you being one step ahead of them. So they'll be a little reluctant to like make offensive plays. And so that kind of relieves yourself and it relieves pressure off your teammates. Fantastic city spot. I wish this was roaded first, but whatever. Yeah, it gets you aluminum. Beach resort. Very unique thing from Modern. And banana for bonus food. Great city right here. It's not on... it's not freshwater, but I'd say it's still the better city choice. And this one's good, but it's like you could do here, but this is not coastal, and he needs a coastal city. He at least needs the option. What the? Is he being bombed? Oh, he's being bombed. Holy shit. Okay, let's check this out. Yeah, so while we talk about this, why don't I ask you guys? So, if you were Ragnar, so take a look at what Ragnar's here. What would you do to get involved in this game and to help out your team? I don't know how much you guys know about Modern, so you can take some guesses. No matter how informed you are, don't be scared to take a guess. Even if you like reference a unit that doesn't exist in the mod, it's okay. Like it's more about unit templates rather than the specific units. So in the meantime, let's I guess we have our spy on Egypt, right? Yeah, so he's got double... Jesus, this is oppressive. Yeah, he's getting cratered here. I hope he's got offshore in his cap. Let's see... It's actually okay if he's got offshore. No offshore. He does have the harbor, though. So I'll tell him Sam's weren't good. Should I be saying shit? I don't. Is this a ladder game? If it's a ladder game, I shouldn't be saying shit like this. Paratroopers. Okay, so for paratroopers, you need iron and you need zinc. So if you could get Read Bob to pass him zinc, you could go for modern paratroopers. So here's modern paratroopers on the tech tree. They're just a fantastic all-around unit. They don't have like the quite like the city destruction that tanks do, because tanks have like a ton of offense, but they're really beefy boys and very mobile too. 3 movement point is really strong. Rookie mobile SAMs are good in modern, so they're buffed. So in future, mobile SAMs have the same interception, like the attack strength, that bombers do defense. So it's just a coin flip whether you win. You cannot. But in modern, they got 3 attack. He's bombing with fighters though, which have 3 defense. So it's a coin flip. But if he puts the radar tower, he's got better odds. Ragnar is tradition, yes. He could boat Servitor. Yeah, Servitor's got a lot of empty cities here. So I'd say that's a good play. He might not know where Servitor is, though. I don't like how Servitor has so many cities, one off the coast. Servitor actually only has 1 coastal city. So that might cause him some issue. Like if he just like gets some like some boats out. I like this across the river onto here. Yeah, so fighters are a bit better at intercepting, but you got to be careful because they're or sorry, not careful. It's just they're not as good as bombing. They don't have great chances of pillaging tiles. Forward settle between U.S. and Egypt for protection. Between U.S. and so between his two allies. Yeah, like if he's building planes or something, like planting this city or something like this would be a fantastic idea, just so he can like get in bombing range or do like have a city to drop modern paratroopers for. I do think he should either get on top of Kismik or Servator. The other potential would be to go for a killing blow against Boogeyman, but with the res he has and the positioning he's in, I don't think he can do that. But yeah, I'd say probably boat Servator, just like... Oh, he's got zinc. Oh, sorry, he does have zinc. Sorry. So yeah, he can just straight up do modern paratroopers. So whoever said modern paratroopers, that is 100% the correct answer. Where's the pressure coming from? Instant yes from Jury. Yeah, okay, Kismik says yes, Jury says yes. Okay, yeah. What about the Pride, Kismik? Yeah, it will make you play better, though, so that's good. Has Boogie fought off the invasion? Yeah, he did. He managed to kill the unit that was landing him, but he is being bombed by fighters here. So, does he have an anti-air yet? He now has 4 fighters on him, potentially. And he has no anti-air. So one other thing, Ragnar should at very least scout Servator. Should make clearing craters faster? Absolutely not, rookie. If you play Order, the craters clear pretty fast already, so... if you play Order, they clear in 2. So I think it's 3 in Freedom, 2 in Order, 4 in Tradition, and it's like fucking 6 or something in Equality. It's absolutely awful in Equality. God forbid you get like a crater on a mountain. That's just going to be there for the rest of the game. Yeah, Equality has like a lot of benefits, like the airports and all the cities and extra production, but it has garbage workers. Who plays Order? I play Order. Order's fantastic in recent... I think it might be the strongest government in recent patches. Order is best... Order is good at fighting for resources. Like, Order is good at, like, you're in a situation where you wouldn't otherwise have resource, and you can get resources as Order. But if you just flat out, like, you reach the mid-game and you have no resources, I'd much rather be in Tradition, because Tradition gets a wonder that gives them special forces. So just like a beefy 2-move land unit. So, because you can just, like, if you have 2-move units and the enemy has no 2-move units, you can just, like, dance all over them. It's just so oppressive to play against. So the early 2-move units are infantry with just zinc, and rubber gives the skirmisher, and these are both draftable. So if you don't have zinc or rubber, 100% go Tradition, or not 100%, but if you think you'll need to play defensively, go Tradition, and then you get your special forces. I'll show you special forces. So they normally rubber and aluminum, 11 9 2s. Nice. Okay, good play for Ragnar, going for his small wonder. That's always a good thing to get out early. Okay, yeah, sure, I'd be happy to give you a quick rundown of the government types. So, equality is the meme government. The big thing, there's a lot of bad things about it, like kind of low unit support. You don't get the commerce bonus. It's a slaving civ. Slaving isn't actually that bad. But you get this special airport. It costs 2 shields, gives plus 25% production, plus 1 happiness, and it gives you, effectively, you get an airport in all your cities. So you can just shuffle units around. It's like playing against a hive mind. If you attack one of their cities, you're attacking all of their cities because they can just instantly airlift stuff over if you don't attack quick enough. The downside is painfully slow workers, not the best unit support. We can go through the Civilpedia articles, I guess. Yeah, so no flat... You get some flat unit support, but no unit support per town. You have to get your cities to high pop. Oh, and they're good at spamming settlers, both because they can airdrop the settlers from airports, and because they get this special cheap granary that's very easy to slave, and it gives you a happy face. Nice, Gizmic. So that's equality. Yeah, it's kind of like a... It's very inflexible. Flame thrower. It's very inflexible, but very... Like, it has high late game potential, and it has... can just move all of them out over the map very quickly. Stop taking me out of context, Sishnovka. So yeah, that's equality. Next on the list is tradition. Tradition is like the strong all-arounder kind of standard government. Like if you want something to play and you don't want to get into like the funny stuff, then I'd recommend tradition. If you played Future before, it's just like Republic from Future. So just like a standard civ or government. It has the commerce bonus, middle of the road corruption, middle of the road worker speed. It's got a lot of bonuses to drafting. Like it has 2 special happiness buildings that are very effective. Oops, that's my mic. Yeah, and so tradition, special forces, and their second wonder, if you reach it, gives you... so it gives you workers, doubles the effect of temples in all your cities, and you also get aqueduct in every single city. So it's fantastic for drafting. So yeah, they're like a kind of commercial government, but that's also like kind of defensive. Like it lets you grow safely in a position where you might be under pressure. Next on our list is freedom. Freedom is like the hyper commerce focused government. It has great fundamentals, strong worker speed, and fast worker speed, and the lowest corruption of any of the governments. It gets the commerce bonus. It gets this absolutely incredible stock exchange line. Like you get where's F market? So reduced corruption on the market. Oops. Yeah, reduced corruption on the market, plus 50% science on the bank, and plus 2 flat happiness on the stock exchange. So yeah, the downside is that if you have to draft a lot, then you don't get those commerce bonuses, and it's kind of a rough government to be playing in. But if you're in a safe position, it's a great late game carry government. And the last government is order. So order is kind of... It's the fascism equivalent. So it's the only government with military police. You get a ton of worker speed, like just fucking... You can one turn road over marsh, 1 turn clear marsh, 1 turn road over hills, over forest. It's insane. Yeah, and the strat is you draft a lot and you play very aggressively and you just like take what's yours. You get cheap harbors, cheap barracks that have bonuses to them. And you play very aggressively early, and then you put the enemy down so that basically you make them more useless than you are in the late game. But lately, they've actually been pretty good in the late game too, because things like if they go for rails, they can actually... Railroads take a long time to complete in Modern, and Order's the fastest government to rail. So they do have good late game scaling if you play them right. Yeah, so the reason it's a meme, it's flying settlers, right? You literally just, you airdrop the settlers all over the map. So that's what makes them a meme. freedom is like pretty much just like democracy with some cool shit added. Tradition is republic with some cool shit added. Order is fascism with some cool shit added. Equality is it's just a government we made up with. It's just completely unique. They used to be very bad too. That's why they kind of got the reputation as a meme government. So it's hard to get 3 luxuries, so it's not really a big deal. Or you're not going to get like 5 or 6 like you would in a single player game. So the market's more about the commerce. So you set your science low and then you just buy stuff. Anyway, Egypt is on a war with the Nigerians. Is he getting bombed or something? Okay, Boogie's got 2 radar towers and a mobile SAM out who has intercepted someone. Okay, good for him. So communism has fast workers, which equality doesn't. Communism has unit support, which equality doesn't. Communism has military police, which equality doesn't. Equality does have communal corruption. So you can plant your cities like, he could put a city like right here. Or sorry, he could, I don't know, like right here, he could just airdrop a city. And it would be a good city because communal corruption. So that's how it's similar to communism, but it's actually... It's not... The only reason it's a military government is because you can get into like strong aggressive positions early. Like he could just like maybe land here with some Taus and then airdrop a settler 2 tiles away from Mecca and then just start shelling with artillery, for example. You can make all kinds of aggressive early plays like that. So even though you're like quite a fragile government and you don't have a ton of military bonuses, you have the playmaking ability with the airdropping settlers is just incredible. It could be, yeah, but it's different from communism in a lot of key ways. Like the fundamentals actually matter a lot. So the fundamentals are worker speed, commerce bonus, military police, and unit support. So Kismek's, I like how Kismek's going for more secondary cities. He had a habit of staying on 2 cities, which I'm glad to see he's dropped. His capital is absolutely insane. He does need more workers, though. I'm trying to think back to your first game, Kingdom. I just remember the one where you with the radar artillery, I think. Oh, and the one where you did the convoys. Yeah, I like to see this from Kismek. Does he have res? Yeah, I think this is the island with good positioning, but no res. So he's got sulfur. Sulfur rubber does nothing as a combo. Like you can unlock fighters with sulfur and skirmishers with rubber. The rubber's right here. He doesn't even have them hooked. Okay, looks like Europe might be going for some plays, finally. This was kind of weird how he just walked his city out here to plant Warsaw. Is that like on a res or something? Oh, it's rubber. Okay, well, that makes sense. He can just buy harbors. Okay, let's take stock of score again. So build 4 cities gets you +1. So we get +1 for Ragnar. One, two, three, four. 1, 2. Okay, +1 for Servator. And while I'm doing this, why don't you just like have a look at Kismek's land and think about what his goals should be going forward, and how would you assess this position? I kind of spoiled it that he needs more workers, but anyway, yeah. So he's planted 1, 2, 3, 4. So +1 for Kismek. Not +1 for Boogie, +1 for Jury, and +1 for Reed Bob. Okay. Yes, the original cities do count. Lose a town should be -0.5, right? Yes, you're correct. Talk about mismatched incentives, huh? I'll scroll up which. If you so read Bob and Ragnar. That hasn't been taken. So if you're not in that game, you know what? Screenshot, and if you're telling the truth, I'll score you after or score you later. Kismet get the oil and zinc. That allows much more unit options. Yeah, generally in this position when you have few res, like he's big, he has the potential to be a strong late game carry for his team. But in modern, like the quality of units just increases so high with having more resources. So yeah, definitely he's. I don't know if he sees the oil yet, but he must see the iron. So yeah, I'd at least make a play towards the iron. So if you set up before, well, who did you get for my picks? Okay. He plants Philly. Staties, Team SE versus NorW. Yeah, we'll say SE versus NorW. Northwest. Did you not get me switching to Servator and Kismek? It looks like you've been saying this pretty consistently, Staties. You also, okay, you donated. Okay, Servator and Kismek. Sorry about that. Stats. So you said Serv and Kismek. I think literally every Servator combination has been taken. Okay, sorry about that again. I trust you. Which seems like the kind of person who might bullshit me about that. But you don't seem like the kind of person who bullshit me about that. He should hook his uranium. Yeah, uranium's good for like a lot of. So uranium is good for tanks. And it's good for super MAs. So one of the super units. And also super sub cruises. So just regular sub cruises too, I guess, but also super cruises. City Council Simulator. Jury go for the Arabs? Yeah, I mean he could literally cruise Jeddah from Philadelphia. I'll say I don't really quite like what Jury's doing. He's got aluminum. So aluminum zinc is a great early game combo. Like, oops. You get infantry, which are good on defense, and they're draftable, they're spammable, they're cheap, and you get cruise missiles. So you just cruise cities until they're empty, and then you just take the empty cities with the mobile defensive infantry. But that falls off as people unlock better units, so he should make plays soon rather than later here. Ha! Yeah, who's responsible for that? I trust you, Tattoos. Do I have the seed for this map? Zeki, I made this one myself. I could just send you the map, but some of this stuff is just unique to modern. Like, if you wanted to play a modern like this, like against the AI, I could definitely send it to you. But I mean, things like the beach resort, it does not exist in regular Civ 3. Pearls. Iron in the jungle. You'd probably break the game if you tried to load this. I did actually put some interesting canal cities here. So we'll see if they get used. No, they're on the same team, so I don't think that they have contact at least. Sorry about that, Boogie. I don't think Boogie's land was bad, but his positioning was with these two at war with him was kind of bad. Okay. So this would be a fantastic coastal. Is he still on? Oh, he's 5 workers. That's not great. He is pretty careful with this zinc. He realizes that it's important. $41.54 in the stream. I said something under other accounts 5 seconds before you turned off choice. Oh, sorry. I didn't. Let's check that out. I don't actually have it open. Did it like not show up in Steam chat here? Steam gift code. Oh, that's a good. If anyone doesn't have Civ 3 on Steam, yeah, I could absolutely do that. Oh, sorry, you'd have to be in Canada though. Sadly. Yeah, it's sad. In Modern, you only get Plains cows though. For my notes later, New York is not literally worked enough. Yeah, I think that's okay though, because like he can do 1 per turn worker out of New York. Yeah, wait. Is there a market there? So let's count the shields. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he can do 1 per turn workers. So the fact that it's not worked is okay because he has enough work. He has the 5 shields per turn is just such a great break point. And he has that break point, so that's important. Okay, you know what? I'll take your if you guys I'll take your word for it. What did you pick? Which? Tell me what you picked, and if it's not picked already, I'll put it down. Okay, let's do a building check. We'll go for spy on Kimia. Nice, we got an agent in Canberra. I like the Plains cow because if you irrigate them, they're 2 production. Yeah, it's faster to irrigate basically, and I like the extra production. Okay, he just went hospital. Yeah, I don't mind this so much. It would be nice for him. The offshore is an interesting choice, but not a ton of buildings for Egypt. He's going for more of a grow wide situation. Okay. Yeah, he's got his factory. So I like doing F fighters in another city. That way you can get like an airport there, and you get the border expand from the wonder. The exception is like if you're stacking planes, then if you're doing like a ton of planes, then you want your airport in your capital for the veteran planes, and you want airport in the city with F fighters for veteran fighters. So this city, it just produces a fighter every 5 turns. Or sorry, this small wonder. But he doesn't have the res to produce planes, so it makes more sense to build in like New York maybe. What's the first equality, small wonder? That's the statue. So let's take a look. So yeah, equality doesn't get the commerce bonus, but this is like kind of like what makes it up, that you can like kind of stack. You stack science buildings in your capital, and you can keep up in science using this. So it acts as a Colossus, and it also gives you plus 50% science. Huh. So he just planted Suez. He can actually double onto this, but he can airlift units in. Actually, what I had in mind is someone would put a city here, and that's like such a good canal city. It just unlocks so much of the map. Okay, yeah. Just tell me what you read, Bob and Ragnar. I'll see if that's been picked. Has not been picked. Okay, you're good, Witch. Sorry about that. So nobody's lost any cities yet. Suez, and it's not even... Yeah, Jesus. Port Said is a bit of a canal city. So. You stay alive, dude. You can't count on that in Modern. There's just, if someone's in a winning position, it's just so easy to close out games. His frigate. So frigates get +1, or all ships, if you fortify them, they get +1 vision. So he can maybe see this. The Suez Canal. God. There's actually a really, if you go way far back in my YouTube channel, you can find like an excellent like I clipped this from my stream because it was just such a good play. Yeah, like I planted a city here and then I sailed my ships through and landed the enemy in a way that wouldn't have been possible without the canal. Like I caught him off guard. Oh, nice. Okay, he did the double move and he took the city. Wow, good for him. Well played. Took some workers. Reed Bob wanted that extra aluminum. Their team already has 2, so 3 aluminum's kind of overkill. But that's a nice pickup. So, -1 for... Does that count as planting a city? That's an interesting question. Yeah, we'll allow it. Okay, so he gets +1. No, he doesn't have 8 cities yet. Okay, so he just loses -5. So that serve is -0.5. And +1 for... Oh, sorry. No, that's +1. Okay. And then -1 for Egypt. But we'll say that does count as a city plant. Okay. So again, still no coastal cities. I do not like this at all. He does actually have control. The city he does have is actually quite valuable though. If he gets access to this down here, he can just put his planes here, and then even if he doesn't have like a ton of naval units, he can just bomb out any ships that are causing him trouble. And he has a lot more options for like where he makes his plays from. Like he doesn't have to go like around here or around here. He can just go straight through. The Northwest team, do you think so? I think it's pretty even right now, just because of how weak Boogeyman is. I'm not liking how passive Jury is playing this, though, I'll say. So Modern gives you the tools that if you're in the lead, you can just close it out and kill the person. Even if they play quite well, you can kind of... I mean, there is no cap on... You can pull some insane shit off on defense, but it's a new player game. Any solid attack against Boogie will probably succeed. Okay, so we have... Wow, his score is through the roof. Sorry. So we got 8 cities from Kismic. I don't know if I tallied that yet. I should... Okay, I'm going to redo the tallies, I guess. You know what? We'll count cities at the end. So we'll say... Read Bob. And while I'm redoing the tallies, why don't you guys tell me, in this position, what goals do you think that Egypt should be working towards? So this failed over here. What should they go with? They do look like a turtle. Yeah, they're actually very satisfying. With the board, yeah, this is... The border expands here. Oh yeah, it's like a little turtle. It's perfect. A head, 2 legs, and the shell. Yeah, it's not like a down... It's like a side view of the turtle. Boogie, Kismic, Serve, and Ragnar. Okay. And we said minus 0.5 to... So +2 to Bob. Oh, I'll redo the +0 Kismic. And then plus 0.5. What was it, 0.5? I'm sorry, +1 to Serve, and then -1 to read Bob, or minus 0.5. Okay, we're caught up. Suppress Arabia. Yeah, I mean, he's still bombing. I'd like to see some sort of... He's got aluminum. He should just land and cruise the city. Like, if partisans just, like, fucking evaporate to cruise missiles, it's not even funny, like, how cost-efficient cruise missiles are. He doesn't even have to take the cruise missiles onto the island. He just needs to land, like, 1 militia. And then have the... Like, he can just slave, like, 1 or 2 cruise missiles in Port Said. And that will do the trick. So it's kind of criminal he hasn't done that yet. He can also start, like, contesting north, but I think they really need to take him out so that they can unlock themselves. Like, he's got artillery on him. You just have to commit so many fewer units to defending yourself if you take out the player directly next to you. Boat Medina, yeah, but specifically with cruise missiles here. I don't think... I mean, if he has tanks... I guess if he has tanks, then he could just do mass tanks. He doesn't have factory, though. So he can't even build tanks especially efficiently. Neither Kismic nor Serve have any pressure. True, yeah. But neither do any of them. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, this is... Whoever picked Ragnar is going to start making bank soon. Because the European Union has 3 modern paratroopers and 2 special forces and an ironclad. But at this point, like, he waited quite a bit because Servator is just like 1 per turning special forces probably in his cap, or 1 per 2 turn maybe. He should be, if he had a size 9 cap, he could 1 per turn it, but that's not the case, assuming he has factory. How would Jury handle cruises? Jury's not going to get cruised here. Who's going to cruise him? Yeah, I mean, I guess they could pass aluminum to Boogie, and Boogie could cruise Philadelphia. And again, partisans melt to cruise missiles, but how can you finish off the city? Like, you need a physical unit to walk into that empty city. And that's not something he has. He's not coastal on either side. He doesn't have paratroopers. Yeah. Okay. Oh, playing sneaky. Kind of going north. I like it. He's on pace to kind of avoid the sentry right here. So this is a good position for a sentry, but it looks like he's going to go around it. So that's why if you're not looking to, if you're like specifically looking to like land up north, what I'd do is avoid the coast entirely, so the enemy can't spot you if they have units there. Jury makes the cruises. Egypt walks. Yeah, they could do this so many different ways. Yeah. I've got an idea on how to take down both of these guys. Let's hear it. Boogie, despite getting cratered a lot, has not really built enough workers. He's got some mobile SAMs. Let's see what his interception situation is. Oh god, you have to remember these fighters are veteran too. That's kind of brutal to try to intercept. Yeah, the 2 shield air part is so strong. See that iron, is it safe? You should have the iron. He's really waiting a while to hook res. Like, you can't, like, so many things could happen. Like, I mean, the enemy could attack you and you die, but the enemy could just, like, put you in a situation where you're not in a position to hook res. Even if you can defend at home. Should get points for completely bombing out an enemy. Maybe, but there's enough criteria already that I feel it's fair. It does make you more likely to take cities and win the game, so. What's in this galleon? Is this empty? It's with new players, it's like literally impossible to tell when someone's making, like, when something is bait or not. Like, is he, did he just fuck up, or is this bait? Who knows? Okay. Interestingly, these tiles are out of range of the bomb of the fighters here, although maybe not from Port Said. Oh yes, from Port Said actually. So Jury is just stacking veteran partisans. Like, I guess if you have naval priority. Okay, he has successfully dodged. He's empty at home too, so he took a lot of units. But he's got like drafted special forces now on defense. If he gets a good reinforce off, he can win. But one thing that Ragnar's hasn't really played modern before, but he is good at. He's like an average MPT player, so he knows how to move units quickly. So even if he doesn't organize the best attack, I trust him to execute the attack well. Who's playing the best so far? I'd say Ragnar's the biggest surprise. I like everything he's doing. Reed Bob's made some good plays. It's hard to say, really. Everybody's playing quite well. Boogeyman made some mistakes early, I feel, but he's holding on. Yeah, I'd like to give Jury and Reed Bob some points, but they absolutely should have finished off Boogie right by now. This is kind of silly. So let's see if what they're gearing up to do. Egypt's got 2 cruise missiles, and oh, he's using bombers now. That's good. America, 16 partisans and 2 fighters. Okay. You have aluminum. Just build cruise missiles, dude. Trying to think what else you can do. Zinc plus iron is modern paratrooper. So you can go for modern paratrooper. Right here, aerial assault. Order can't spy Hoffman. Had some bad luck. I had good luck that game. I failed 1 spy mission this entire game. Or 2, I guess. Kismic, I think you're... Oh, he's just bypassing Boogie and going for... Okay, this is well communicated. Yeah, like, what the fuck can he do about this? He doesn't have the city roaded. This is a size 5 city, and it's not roaded. If... Just build workers. Like, if you somehow end up in this position where you built a city and it's not roaded yet, and it's already size 2, build workers in that city. Otherwise, you're just gifting them a high-pop city. If they take it. Do artillery an upgrade to radar? I think the line in the sand that I wanted to draw was that if they upgrade in future, they upgrade in modern, but not otherwise. Is the right one? Yeah, it's the right one. Let's see if they do. I don't really use upgrade strats a lot, but I guess I should pay attention. They do upgrade. Yeah, so you won't. There's diminishing returns on cratering people, right? So it's kind of like a curve where like it starts it gets more efficient because they're less able to resist the crater, like they fall behind in production, and so you can crater them more. But then you just run out of tiles, like good tiles to crater, and it stops being useful. So there's no lethal bombard. You can't kill units. You could kill the radar tower. Okay, finally we see some modern paratroopers coming out. Okay, thank God. Why is New York down to 2 pop? I think that's a mistake. So normally what you want to do is like you start with your cap, right? And you build work. Oh, here he comes. Okay, this will be across the river when he attacks. Or is he just going to pillage? No, he got it. Okay, the king was not there though. Interesting. Okay, so that's a capital. So what do we say? Okay, well played. Not really well played. Like you walked your galleon right in division. I bet he did like the dragon. I bet he did this. Like he did the dragon drop. He did drag and drop. If there's any question at all, like you should use the numpad. That way you don't accidentally walk into something you don't want to walk into. So he was in vision. He kind of feigned going for Kismic and then went back for him. He kind of like let his galley be vulnerable, I guess. Yeah, who knows? But he got the kill. He did the good stack attack. Props to him. Yeah. So what do we say? What do you get for killing a capital? So capture a capital is worth +4 for jury. And a kill, he didn't get the kill yet. And losing your capital is -2 for Boogie. I think the early boating really set him back, Lucian. Is the landing? Is this happening? End of turn? He doesn't have many units. I think maybe it already happened. Let's check. 6 modern. No, he. Probably should yeah, he sees you. You should unload before you lose your galleon. But maybe okay, there it is. Okay, great play. And there's only infantry guarding. There's no special forces. He landed partisans. That will fuck him up because he can't do the stack move because of the partisan. He did fortify in time so that he didn't fuck up his stack move. But he potentially allowed him to reinforce. But no, he doesn't get the reinforce off. Jesus. Oh, he was stacking them to like load them to the transport or something. Okay. Yeah, he just straight up has the bigger army. Okay, Jeddah has fallen. Everything's happening at once. Okay, so we say +2. Oh, that's a retake, right? So they each get +1.5, I think. Oh no, just +5. +0.5. So we say Ragnar +0.5. And serve +4.5. Yes, thanks for the heads up. And Jeddah has fallen, so think that was only size. I don't think it was a town, so we'll say plus 1, so minus 0.5. And minus 1 for a jury. Oh, and he just fucking died. Okay. So plus 1. And the kill goes to Reed Bob. So plus 6. And Boogie died. Minus 3. Okay, that finalizes his score. He gets plus 1 for cities. Was that, I think this was a town and this was a town. He didn't kill, though. He killed the king first. That cheated, right, Sam? I know. Yeah, jury walked so Reed Bob could fly. I don't know, man. He's got a size 20 cap and no workers. How are you going to handle this? Oh, God. One off the coast in Adelaide. Put it here. Why did you irrigate this wheat if it's not within range of any city? He actually landed here with some units. So he can do some pillaging. Kano is actually... It can be threatened next turn. Honestly, with this, I just walk here and then take the... Yeah, these guys are pretty paper thin on defense. I'd love to start calling my viewers cows, but I feel that might not be taken the best way, so... oh, crap, res cities. I forgot about the rules around res cities. I haven't been tracking that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At least 7 tiles. Okay, that is a res city, so plus 1. This one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Okay, barely. Not. So we say plus 1 for Reed Bob. Oh, sorry, I give plus 6 to Kismic. That's wrong. Plus... Is that wrong? No, plus 6 to Reed Bob. But Kismic should get... Was it plus 0.5? Instead I give it to Serve. Serve plus 0.5. Ragnar plus 0.5. So Ragnar and Serve. Oh, Kismic doesn't plus 0.5. Kismic's just nothing. Okay. Yeah, Kismic has done nothing this game except build cities. Mooter. Yeah, that's fair, Lucian. Okay, we got 20 turns left. I think their team is ahead. What's the score situation? So Reed Bob, so it's 400-ish. Yeah, about 600 versus about... Oh, wow, okay. I think that was... I think he's going to hold the city. So this is what happens if you don't if you don't plant any coastal cities. They can just land you wherever they want. And you kind of like have to hang there and take it. Still not planting coastal. Can I abandon cities? Yeah, of course. But there's a delay. Yeah, you just can't... If there's city elimination in a mod, you can't abandon, but you can here. So we'll say +1 for Ragnar. Okay, so the downside to like pillaging these so heavily is that when you take the cities, they're not very good. And they would otherwise be good for freedom, because freedom is low corruption. Probably very unhappy, too. The frigate spam, oh my god. So it's 20 turns left in the game. You shouldn't be building so many low-tech units. Just hook your, like, play to the strengths of, like, the resources that you have. Is he airbasing him? If he airbases him and then, like, gets modern paratrooper, that's kind of genius. I would have done the oil island. It might have been... Because he can, like, cruise him from here. But he has fuck all, you know? Not like survivors actually are going to be coming and bailing him out or anything. I think he, like, literally slaved a special force here in Lagos. That looked painful. Okay, he does have the veteran special force now. Let's see what it can do. Okay, here's the air base. I think he's got like a couple of planes. That'll be useful for recon. Yeah, he can bring his fighters over. It's not like his fighters are doing much over here. Okay, it's getting close. If he wants to coin flip this. Oh! Ah, okay. So, jury +1. Did we get the -1 onto... Oh, sorry. This is Servata right here. So we'll say +0.5. And Ragnar is, again, plus... We'll change that to a +0.5. Why are there diamonds in... So the thing is that the worst starts were... Oh, nice! Well played with the Ironclad, cutting this oil. Very well played. Yeah. So if like you abandon it middle of turn, it won't abandon until the end of next turn. But that's not what happened there. He just you have a turn to retake. Yeah. So yeah, this is just to like make coastal starts more appealing. Otherwise, coastal starts are just strictly inferior to like inland starts with like a river. Because like small islands don't get rivers, and big inland continents do. So it's hard to compete in commerce. But you get the pearls, you get the beach resorts. You go to the beach resorts, you spend some time, you just relax a little, take a little time for yourself, and you become much more productive. Yeah, Spectator is OP. Oh, nice. He hooked double res here. Coal and iron. Okay, 2 modern paratroopers and 3 fighters. I like this. He can start reconning. Kia does have fighters of his own, so depending where they're based, like the range on fighters is only what, 8? So they can only you can only intercept within 4 tile within half your operational range. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So if he bombs here, he can actually plant more cities. He says his allies fucking dying. You gotta do something. You can't just stall like this. That's not how you play modern. That's not how you win at modern. Yeah. So he's free to just be empty at home because he's got naval priority, right? If he wants to make a naval play, he has to like go through his ironclads and shit like that. Through his vision. Although you do get a lot of movement on transports. Yeah, I guess if he like positioned here, he could do a double move onto Vienna. Kiz's king is unguarded. Did he like intercept? Or sorry. Oh, it looks pretty safe, like even if what he's saying is true. No, king's not there anymore. Where is it? Are you watching the stream? Did he move his king in response to that? Kind of suspicious. Okay. I should bombard first. I guess those 3 frigates coming in handy. But you know what would be more handy than that? Literally any naval unit. Just, oh my god. Like, ask for coal, build cruisers. I guess they kind of have homogeneous res on their team. They got rubber, iron, zinc, oil, aluminum, iron, zinc, rubber. Yeah, so they have no... Do they have no sulfur? Oh, sorry, they have sulfur too. But... and they have uranium. Okay, I think they have all the res. Just in odd quantities. So yeah, like, coal is cruiser, nice ship. Oil, zinc is destroyer. Just oil for attack submarine. Just Ura for nuke sub. Even ironclads are better than whatever the fuck, better than frigates, you know? What's being bugged? Mahisaka? I mean, it kind of is. So what you can do is like, so for example, where's the harbor? Seriously, this is the best harbor. Yeah, so like, let's say Sydney, for example. If you put a ship here and here, you can't trade through Sydney. So you actually can do naval blockades. That's common to do with, like, if you just do like a crappy res city like this, they just do 2 naval units. Yeah, no kidding, dude. Oh, here's his king. Ah, I see. You don't say. One thing he could have done is he could have gone like there's no real good place for this. I guess here. Yeah, exactly. Somewhere where it's out of sight for the king, and then maybe the king, like if you did like here, for example, like if you did 2, he might think, oh, I need to rush to protect Adelaide, when really you're going for the king, because there's 3 movement on the modern paratrooper, and he might think, oh, he can't see me, but of course he can see him because he has recon. Is he AFK or something? Okay, I think now's a good time to tally up cities. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, he never planted an 8th city. Well, that's a shame. Also never planted a 2nd coastal city. So we get, so we'll say +1 for Survivor. Okay, and probably Russian to protect his capital, maybe. Did he just like forget about his king? Let's try to do a quick check. No, not guarding his capital either. Okay, do the attack. Oh, there it is. Okay, we'll do the tally. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, that's just +2. +2 for Kismic. We said 1 for Boogie. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So just +1 for Jury, actually. And I think 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, barely +2 for Reed Bob. And +1 for Ragnar if I didn't score that already. Okay, so -3 to Kismek for dying, and then +6 to Jury. You don't say, dude. You do not say. Yeah, like I'll say it does come into play in multiplayer semi-regularly. So it's not just like a cool mechanic that never really works. There's a few like that in Civ 3. The entire existence is single-player cruise missiles. Fantastic stream. Okay, very well played. Yeah, I like the rotation. Yes, of course, you're way behind in points. It's 3-1. Yeah, so if you lose your capital for 5 turns and you don't retake, or if you die, your score is cut in half. That's to prevent people from doing what they're doing, basically, just turtling for score when they're falling apart, you know? So if you guys want to, like, actually... We normally do new player games after my stream, so if you guys want to play another game, I think they normally do MPT, so not the modern mod, it would be something a little bit more closer to the base. Very, very close to the base game. Yeah, thanks to Jury for actually waking up early. And yeah, that was really close. You almost made it in time. Sorry, I didn't give you... I went to bed pretty early myself, so I didn't give confirmation that, like, you'd have a spot. Come on. Oh, isn't it? Let's see what buildings he eventually got. Quick... Factory. Yeah, but that's the problem. Like, when your population is so low, what you get... Yeah, 15 shields per turn. You'd maybe... Jesus, that's garbage. Even with plus 75% production. Even in wartime, you're, like, getting what? 25, maybe? So who wins fantasy? Well, we'll have to tally that up, won't we? So I'll add up the point totals. We're calling it, like, the game's over, we'll say right now. So I'm putting an end to this. So Reed Bob scored 9.5, not bad. Sorry, did we miss anything, I guess? Let's go through everything. Metro City Capital, die, kill. I didn't see any tier 2 small wonders. 10 militias. Oh, be on the winning team. Ah, that's a good one. That actually gave a lot of points for that. Within 4 tiles of enemy's capital. This one was just off from 4 tiles. I don't think anyone else did that. So sorry. It's plus 7 per Reed. 7 for Jury. And plus 7 for Ragnar. I I think that's maybe too much bonus for being on the winning team. Yeah, I'm actually, before I calculate it, I'm just going to knock that down to +4. Because otherwise, it is just... I expected more of these things to happen. This was like... It wasn't like a very high-scoring game, all things considered. So it's 13.5 for Reed Bob. -1 for Kismic. We got 16 for Jury. Incredible. And Boogie... -2.5. And Servator is... Servator's actually a 5, so maybe if you have Jury Servator, it could be winnable. And Ragnar is 5, 6, 10. Oh, only 10 for Ragnar. Interesting. I guess he didn't get any kills. Okay, so Lucian has Reed, Bob, and Jury. Oh shit, doing work. Okay, Lucian won. That didn't take long. Yeah, so Lucian gets 29.5 points. Yeah, those are the two highest scoring players. So we'll see if there's any runners up. So it would be Kismic, Reed, Bob, or Ragnar, Reed, Bob, or Ragnar, Jury. Or sorry, yeah, sorry, it'd be Ragnar, Reed, Bob, or Jury, Ragnar. Okay, Witch is the runner-up. So shout out to Rich, and I don't think anyone actually had Ragnar. There's a lot of people chose Servator, so a lot of people did just okay. But the winner of the game, what the... Levitating Cavalry? What the fuck, dude? Okay. Okay, congratulations. Lucian, I'll PM you. Because I know you do like coding, you have a YouTube channel, and you do all kinds of fun stuff with Civ 3, we could think of some creative for your prize. But you do get a prize for winning. So congratulations to Lucian for winning Fantasy QC Ball. Fantasy Civ 3 Ball, sorry. And yeah, if you guys want to play some multiplayer, we'll be doing an MPT game, an MP2 new player game. Yeah, so I'll host that now. I'll report the game we just played, because you guys agreed that it was louder. Oops, not me. Jury, we got your boy Ragnar and Reed Bob versus one mod, not own. They did own, but oops, Kiyami. Sorry, I physically cannot stop myself from saying it in that voice whenever I say it. Kismic, or Kishmich, Boogie, and Serve. Jerryman. Did he finally manage to change his in-game name? Who knows? Okay. So yeah, that's the game. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed playing Fantasy Civ 3 Ball. I might bring that back. I will resume doing single player streams once exams and stuff are over, though. But yeah, in the meantime, multiplayer games are more relaxing for me. So yeah, I'll host a modern myself if you guys want to play some modern. Maybe future, I guess. And we'll have the new players host a new player games if you prefer to play on that one. Awesome. Okay. I don't play Pokemon Go, and I'll see you guys next time. Later, guys.